Hope I am live. Oh, wow, cool. It's now going to let me share my screen from within YouTube. That's new since the last time I broadcast live. Let's take my live chat and go from top chat to all chat so I can see everybody who's here. Let me know if you could see me and hear me. I am so excited. North Node Nelly, I know it has been a minute. I had a plan. And the plan was to go live a lot in 2024. And then that plan, not so much. Good. Hello, Mara. So good to see you. Yay, fabulous. Donna says Mercury retrograde and SoCal shake and bake. Oh, yeah. Did we have another earthquake today? Oh, my gosh. Yeah, it's been a lot. Have you hugged yourself today? And even if you have, do it again because it feels good. So nice. So nice. Make sure you get that shadow side. Let me know where you are tuning in from. And let me know who is the driver of your life car. I am wearing my I Blame Mercury retrograde shirt. And I don't blame Mercury retrograde because I don't blame anybody about anything because things are just the way they are. But I love the shirt. My wonderful cousin sent it to me. And I think it is just a sweetheart thing of her to do to send me an Astro shirt. And also it feels really good. It is a very nice texture. I enjoy it a lot. We are going to today talk about the fabulous Finish Him transit. I have named it the Finish Him transit. You will see why as we continue to talk about it here today. But I have shared information in the description of today's video. If you want to learn more, I've written a blog post about this specific transit. And in fact, let me put that link into the chat here as well, in case the description window does not show up while I'm doing the live. But anyway, this link will take you to my blog where bonniegillespie.com/ I think Pluto Capricorn 2024 is the title there. And basically what we're talking about with the Finish Him transit is this last time in our lifetime that Pluto will be in Capricorn ever. And Pluto first entered Capricorn in 2008. And what Pluto does, Pluto moves very slowly. What Pluto does is go into a sign for anywhere from 11 to 33 years. And it varies because the sizes of the constellation vary. But it is going around the 360 chart wheel of all the constellations. And it takes a certain number of years to get across the entire sign. And Pluto is the planet of transformation. Pluto comes in and says, what's up here? How do we come into this space? What do we think about this space that we've just come into? What do we need to do to transform this space that we just came into between now and the time that we leave this space? So Pluto first entered Capricorn in 2008, and Capricorn is the sign that represents systems and structures and governments and institutions, like the education system, the healthcare system, the entertainment industry, big banking, real estate. These are all things that are Capricorn. And when Pluto got into Capricorn in 2008 and looked around and said, what needs transforming here? Well, Pluto saw a lot of things that needed transforming here. And so over the course of these 14 years, 16 years, and the reason I say 14 to 16 is because Pluto first went into Aquarius to give us a peek at what that's going to look like last year. And now Pluto has been back in Aquarius for a big part of 2024. And we are not yet technically fully into our Pluto in Aquarius era, but we have had two little previews of what Pluto in Aquarius is going to transform. And interestingly, with each of these times that Pluto has gone into Aquarius in 2024 and 2023, we've had a burst of AI. We've had huge advances in technology that is used to communicate and to reach the masses and to possibly make change in some community and entire population type areas, because Aquarius represents all the people that you're here to serve. It's also the collective, who we are as a generation, as a industry, as a collective of people who do a certain thing together, as well as just all the people on the planet. And so we've seen a lot of things move very quickly in these areas, especially with technology and medicine and things that are being really quickly innovated. And the two biggies that are very obvious with Pluto moving into Aquarius are the use of AI everywhere. And even places that were already using AI but not labeling it AI started labeling it AI. Everybody's slapping a label of AI on damn everything. That's Pluto and Aquarius. It's just saying, yep, that's AI, that's AI. And it's like, yes, it's all been AI the whole time. We just didn't call it that because that was creepy. But when Pluto moves into Aquarius, we go, oh, not creepy, helpful. Y'all, it's still creepy. It's still creepy. I got my tinfoil hat on over here. I'm still very tinfoil hat, old school. Don't put your thumbprint on your phone. Don't open it with your face. Don't, hey Siri, anything. Don't, nah. That's how they get you. No 23andMe. I think, why do I want to be a part of an international database of all the blood and DNA of all the people? Like, no, I'm good. I'm going to be off the record here for a little bit. Like, I'm born long enough ago that that whole thing feels very When the Robots Take Over ish. Anyway, back to Pluto in Capricorn. When Pluto went into Capricorn in 2008 and looked around, said, I think banking has some crooked stuff going on. I think real estate, housing, everything has some really crooked shit going on. I think this royal family over here in not America has some crooked shit going on. I think here's some stuff in the education system that needs to change. Here's things that need to change in terms of, I don't know, white supremacy in general as a ruling class of the United States and other other I was going to say other North American countries, but it's not even that. It's all over. All the places where the cishet straight white able-bodied male, cishet straight white able-bodied Christian male generally is the one that is in charge of all the rules and is the one who benefits from the way the rules all are done. Make sure that they stay in a place of privilege. And Pluto came into Capricorn and said, I don't know that I like that so much. I think we need to do some movements. I think we need, in the time that I'm here, I think we need some of these systems to collapse. And you can take a look at how many of our systems collapsed between the time that Pluto first entered Capricorn and now. So why am I talking about a finish him transit? I'm gonna have to turn on a little air for this one. Let's hope it does not drown out my microphone. I think my mic is pretty good, that it should regulate for that. And let me see what my bun's doing, my twisty bun. Okay. What's happening is, there we go. We have one last blast of Pluto in Capricorn because of retrograde. And it's not there yet. Pluto is still in Aquarius, but retrograde. And retrograding out of Aquarius back into late degrees Capricorn for 10 glorious weeks that just happened to take place September 1st to November 19th, 2024. That's the official name of the year, by the way, 2024. Y'all cannot make this shit up. Pluto comes back into Capricorn for some of the most crucial dates spread out before us that include, by the way, head Cheeto in charge last time, 45. Y'all know he who shall not be named. He actually said, I need to have my sentencing moved from July 11th, my birthday, while Pluto was happily in Aquarius. I need to move that into the finish him transit. And he moved his sentencing into the finish him transit. And the finish him transit is this last time Pluto's going to be in Capricorn. It's the last chance for Pluto to transform governments and systems and hierarchies and oppression and places where people are unfairly advantaged in ways that we just can't take it anymore. This cannot keep happening. And we are going to see all the final collapse of all the things during the finish him transit. It is going to be a very spicy, as my friend and teammate Crackerjack likes to say, it's a very spicy bit of astro that we have coming up. This woo weather is going to not be shy. I was looking back at my, let me see here. I was looking back at my planet planner. And one of the things that I had said in the planet planner, just as an introduction of what the woo weather is like for 2024 into 2025, because the planet planners go from January of 2024 into till the end of Pisces season 2025. So into April of 2025, which I know technically Pisces season ends in March, but the calendar goes to like April 1st. Okay. So anyway, in it, I have this whole little thing that I wrote up saying, let me talk to you about the woo weather of 2024 to 2026. And I know the planet planner doesn't go through 2026 and not even that far into 2025, but we can't talk about the woo weather of 2024 without looking at 2025, 2026. There's a lot of stuff happening, and it's a lot of big stuff. It's a lot of every time these big outer planets make these moves, we can look at history and see patterns of massive change. And for us to have all three of the outer planets within 18 months to 2 years of one another changing into masculine signs. And I don't much like the binary with astrology. I try not to gender things, but these are all what would be considered assertive signs, fight signs, take action signs that all three of the outers are moving into within months of one another. And seeing it as the outer planets sometimes don't change signs until 33 years after they got into that sign. And certainly the fastest of those, Uranus, only changes signs every 7 years. This isn't a coordinated moment that happens that often. And there's a lot that's associated with each of the outers changing signs. And we're getting all of them plus Saturn moving into fire or air signs, which are the more assertive masculine energy kind of signs. And I'm like, we need that. All right, let me see who's here. Kathy is here. Latrice is here. Yay, I'm so glad you could join in. Awesome. Hey, Jackie, good to see you. Hi, Marie. Right on. Alexandra, hello. Good to see you too. Oh, and I love it. Y'all are waving at each other. Fabulous. Hi, Nicole. Hi, April. Yay. Are you old school too, Nellie? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so are you, Jackie? Yeah. Yeah, Kathy too. I know. Well, it's just, I kind of feel like it's a little too much they ask for, but they encroach. They do it to be helpful. We were talking about this over in oh gosh, what was it? Over in Discord, I think. We were talking about how, just how quickly it seems we've given all of these rights and permissions away in our tech. And it's like, it wasn't that quick. It happened incrementally. Oh, by the way, the iPhone is a revolution of Pluto moving into Capricorn. Like, if we think about, like, where were we when Pluto first touched Capricorn in terms of the things that we just now just use every day and think of every day? We didn't have smartphones. We had what was the smartphone of the era. And the first iPhone did come out, I think, in 2007. So we were getting there. We were flirting with it with those first little touches of Pluto into Capricorn. But the whole system of how we communicate, education, of course, has been transformed, because who goes to school without doing some kind of Zoom, some kind of distance learning? Like, that was completely transformed during these years. Obviously with bailouts and with pardons and things that again, cis, het, straight, white, able-bodied Christian male can do for one another. We see a lot of places where we go, oh, finally, we're going to actually make things move forward with these movements that really need to happen. And the structures that are so corrupt and broken are going to fall. And we are actually going to be able to see the end of some of these oppressive systems. And then we have progress, but then we see how powerful and in control so much of our Our fight is not. And so that is why our fight is so important. But let me first put a pin in that and then come back to the thing I had tangented on before, which is the way we have given away so much of our tech permissions and why that is potentially troubling. We have these things that are meant to be convenient to us. Like, would you like me to link your Facebook account with your Gmail account? Would you like to just sign in at Reddit using your Google identity? Would you like to also use this to sign into Etsy or eBay or Amazon? Would you like your Amazon and your IMDb ID to be the same since they're the same parent company? Like, can we just cross log in? It gives you one less thing to remember. We've got you. You're already logged into Gmail anyway. It just gives us one way for you to log in on that Gmail and immediately have access to all your things. Well, I am a terms of service junkie. I love to read the terms of service. That's that fine print, all that legalese. Yes, seriously, one of my favorite classes in college was comm law, communications law. One of my favorite J school things was learning about the law of journalism and technology and how that fine print is everything. Those contracts are everything because fine print is a contract that you agree to by hitting I agree. Okay. The one that is the most intrusive is the one that wins when you have done multi-platform merging. So that means even if you're like, oh no, I have a private Facebook account. Not if you told Gmail that it could log into something using your Facebook identity and it lets you be across all these things using that one login and you think, oh, that's so convenient. And what it actually is everything that's in your Facebook account, even the stuff that you've marked as private, even the stuff that's in your DMs, even stuff you've deleted is accessible by all the apps that you have cross listed. And then their fine print can include that they can sell that information, which of course they do. So don't think about it how it advantages me to be able to say, hey, Siri. Think about how it advantages the tech to be able to have you treating it that casually, being that open with it. The remote to our dish, we have satellite. The remote to our dish, they keep saying, you need an upgraded remote. You need the remote that has Google in it. You need the remote that you talk to so it can do things for you and hear you talking about, because one of the things that anything with a microphone can do is turn itself on while you are not even using the device to start to learn how you talk, to start to understand your ways of speaking, to be able to be better at understanding you when you are talking to the tech. But of course, what it also is doing is hearing everything you say and putting everything into a database and making all of that into how they are able to make AI sound so damn real that maybe we don't even need actors anymore. And hey, they can also create a you that says whatever they want it to say. And when I say they, we'll see. We'll see how the finish him transit goes. We will see how the transit that is coming goes. I know, right? Truth. Oh, good. I'm glad my mic had instant noise cancellation. Latrice, I'm so glad. And obviously, if you were telling me that, I know it worked. I know it was good. Oh, I see a Mala. I see a Mala. Mala sighting. Mala sighting. Everybody ooh and ah over my sweet puppy. Hi, Mala. Hi, baby. Are you here to hang out? Are you going to help? Yeah, he's old school too. He's old school too. Well, he has a chip. He does have a chip. We didn't put it in him. He was a rescue, and so the rescue had put it in him before we adopted him. Yes, but he does. He's chipped. Well, good boy. I know, you're so sweet. He's so sweet. Oh, I love Mala so much. 20 day, I'm 24. I know. Rescheduled to my birthday, so still all in the family, says Joni. Awesome. Yes, my cousin Joni, by the way, that's who I was talking about, who sent me this amazing shirt. Hello from Nashville, says Greg. Good to see you. Hello, Melly. I'm so glad you made it. Hi, Mandy. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Gus. Oh my goodness, this is so great. Okay, let's see. Question here from Melly Belly. My Capricorn is MC. What does that mean? Okay, MC is your midheaven, and someone may have already answered you in the chat. I'm just rolling back and checking to see what y'all been saying while I've been ranting. Um, the midheaven, the MC technically is for the Latin media celi, I think is how we're going to pronounce that. I mean, it's Latin, so who knows? But let's assume. And that is the highest point in your chart. If you're using whole sign houses, it can be in the ninth house, the 10th house, the 11th house. It can technically even be in the 8th house or 12th house, depending on where you were born. That those kinds of things really do shift. If you are using Placidus, which is a quadrant house system, it is always the thing that starts the 10th house. So it's kind of like another rising sign in your chart where you have the ascendant on that first house level mark. So that's on the horizon. You're rising, that's how you can remember it. But your midheaven is, in fact, the middle of the sky. It is the top part of your chart. And the midheaven, the MC, represents your career ambition and how you go about your hustle for your public image. Like what is it that you do with your career? What is that thing that you are leading yourself to? And with a Capricorn midheaven, it is very competitive. It is very interested in the win. It likes climbing a ladder. It likes having a challenge. So any career that allows you to achieve is going to feel really good for that. It has been a minute, Greg. I know. Oh, Thalma, I miss you too, sweetheart. Oh, I love y'all. I love y'all. Yeah, I'm afraid to give those permissions. Latrice, I'm telling you, like, you don't even have to read the terms of service. Just ask me. I got you. I'm always going to be like, yeah, that's a pass. Oh my gosh. So I'm working on a project right now that's actually really exciting, y'all. Oh my God. I can't wait till I can talk about it. I'm working on a very, very, very exciting project right now with people I adore, doing things that I love. And it really kind of marries my showbiz and my woo astrology businesses. It's really cool what's going on right now. And one of the things that I was encouraged to do as a part of the prep for this project was you need to get on TikTok because Astro TikTok is huge. You need to go get on TikTok and build you a following on TikTok. And I was like, I am now going to pull a card I do not pull all that often. I'm going to pull and play the card. I may have been born in the 70s, but I was conceived in the 60s. And therefore, I am too old to go start a TikTok at this point. I'm sorry, pass. Not interested. Also, the worst terms of service. Oh man, TikTok. Woo, those terms of service are creepy. But I may have to. I may have to. And I know I'm not, before you come at me, I'm not saying that there's such a thing as being too old to do any damn thing. Do whatever you want at whatever age you want. Y'all know I do not believe in ageism in any form. Y'all know I've been telling you all to start embracing your age. All the actors that I have coached and worked with over the years, I am constantly saying, don't fear the moment that your age is found out. Don't fight to try and get it off IMDb. What we have to do is revolutionize and teach the industry that aging is not a bad thing, especially for females. If you identify as female and you are aging, you are constantly told, that's bad, stop that. All the more reason that we need to not try to hide our age, because all that does is confirm to them that we need to be afraid of our age, that aging is bad. But when we embrace it and go, this is what fucking 54 looks like, then we actually can make change. We can actually own where we are and what that looks like. And that helps everybody. So I know I will probably have to have a TikTok because of this project that I'm working on, but I'm going to wait until I absolutely have to do it. Okay. Yes. Yay. Hi, Kristen. Yes. I will always, always love the terms of service. There's one of my favorite documentaries from the aughts is called Terms and Conditions May Apply. Terms and Conditions May Apply. It is a documentary from like 2008, 2009 that was going through and reading all the terms of service for, at that time, MySpace and Friendster and Facebook and Twitter and Amazon and YouTube and all of those that were, coming of age right there in the late aughts, the mid to late aughts. And that is a fantastic documentary. That is, it tries to do in person what some of the terms of service say they're allowed to do, they being the creators of the tech. And so then they go and try and like actually go do those things. And you just go, oh my God, nobody would ever like, why are you asking that person for their social or their mother's maiden name or the name of their first pet or the name of the elementary school that they went to or the name of their third grade teacher? Like, what the fuck? But we put that shit in all the time with our, like, it's another security challenge. We want it. They're collecting all the info. Y'all, it's so they can build a complete us and have the entire backstory. I mean, come on. Yes, been intuitively refusing those login with Facebook or Google. VO good. You got it. You got it. This is why I'll never use TikTok, most invasive of all, says Marie. Yes. Geez, Big Brother is here. Right on. Yep. Yep. I mean, not goodness. I got you. I got you. My device is on the other side of the room, probably listening to you say all this. Of course it is, Greg. Of course it is. And that, by the way, brings up another thing. If you're ever in somebody else's video or image and they tag you, like there's only so much you can do to protect yourself because you're going to be in somebody else's world. You can go on to the not Chat GPT, but I mean, maybe the AI that does like, hey, can you create for me a blah, blah, blah? Like you can go on and say, can you create for me a blog post written in the style of Bonnie Gillespie about, and then whatever political theory it might be. And there are enough words on the internet that are Bonnie Gillespie that there is in fact a Bonnie Gillespie voice. There's a Bonnie Gillespie style. There is an absolute vocabulary that includes a bunch of made up words and y'alls and swearing. And you could create from that something that reasonably does look like I wrote it. But you can also, through some of the AI, create a Bonnie. Like here's something that looks like a Bonnie. This, and now these are the words that we're going to plant in. You know, it's just the stuff. It's just the stuff. It's there. It's there. Even though I've said no to all of that stuff, I'm still in it. Cool. Yes, Mala is the star of the show. That's true. And he only had negotiated for a few minutes and then he had to go back to his other trailer. You've been being encouraged to join TikTok. Yeah. You know. Yeah, not into TikTok. And I would rock it though, Bonnie. Yes, I know. I would rock it. It's also though just another thing I would have to plan for and keep up with. And like clearly my commitment to even YouTubing for the whole year 2024, 2024. I'm just busy. There's a lot going on over here. Oh my gosh. I'm 41 and I feel too old for TikTok. Okay, good to know, Erin. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, with the being born in the 70s but being conceived in the 60s, that's actually a joke that I can credit Susan Hines for having when I was the grad advisor to the radio station in Athens, Georgia, where I went to both undergrad and grad school. The University of Georgia has a radio station, very popularly, like, broke a lot of the Athens sound bands, which there are a bunch, especially during that era that I was there in the late 80s into the 90s, all the way to, when did I leave? I left grad school late 98 and moved back to LA to join the circus again. Anyway, there's Susan was on the exec board, and I, as grad advisor, would oversee the exec board, and we would do all our meetings and things. And I would, joke, because I'm only a few years older than them. They're in undergrad. I'm in grad school. I had a couple years out between. So I'm like 25, 26, 27 working for the radio station. And, they're 19, 20, 21. And I'm like, hey, I was born in the 70s. It was something I said one of the times that they were kind of like, no, you don't, we're not talking about you. We're talking about our generation. And I'm like, first of all, we're all the same generation, but whatever. But then I go, I was born in the 70s. And Susan would go, so genius. She goes, you were born in the 7D. So I'm not born in the 70s. I'm born in the 7D. I know. 42 and proud. Go, Amanda. Good. Oh, it's good to see you, Teresa. Thank you for joining in. Is there a way we can revoke the social media contracts? Yes, Thalma. They're in the fine print. There is always to revoke any of your permissions to roll back to take away. That actually is something that happened along with the GDPR stuff. So what would that have been, like 2018? I think 2017, 2018 was when we were doing all the things to become compliant with GDPR, which is the whole like European Union, UK thing that requires double opt-in and requires consent in very specific ways when you visit websites. It's why now all the sites have to have I consent to these cookies and I can revoke this consent at any time. Like all of those things are a result of legislation that is actually not US based, but we all have to play along with that because we're on an international internet. So yes, there is something in the fine print because of that you can revoke your permissions at any time. Usually it involves writing a letter. Sometimes it involves clicking a link. Sometimes it involves closing your account. So it depends on what it is. I don't look 54, but I am. Nellie, I am 54. My birthday was July 11th, which was supposed to be sentencing day. And I was like, what a great day. I was like actually looking at the astro of that day. It was really great astro. I have a very yummy solar return chart, but the September date, even better. So let's see. Owning our ages helps people see that our lives are not over at whatever age is deemed old. You can be 80 and still have 20 excellent years ahead to love life. Yep. True story, Kristen. Thank you. Oh, thanks, Jackie. I look more like 30. You know, I may be 30. Who knows? No, I'm not. I know when I was born. Okay. Joni says Disney Plus terms of service prevent you from suing if you get killed at any Disney park or property. Disney Plus. So you're using the Disney channels and giving them consent to not allow you to sue them or your heirs or your family members to sue on your behalf should you die on one of their rides. That is awesome. See, Joni, runs in the family. We like to, I would say it's a Virgo trait for Joni, reading all the fine print, but it's our family. We like to do that. I had to get on there during our union fight, but that's the extent of my usage there, Erin. Yeah. Yep. Right on, Alexa. Yes, true. And they fingerprint you at renewal. Yeah, Donna, I didn't get my DMV Real ID yet. And I know at some point they're going to make me, but I'm like, great, I will make it the least opportune moment possible. And so I don't have a real ID right now. And Keith's like, I have a real ID. You don't have a real ID. And I'm like, what does it do for me that I do not have a real ID? If I travel, I have my passport anyway, wherever I'm going. So what does it matter that my driver's license can't be the thing I use to travel? I can, because I'm going to use my passport anyway. But yeah. Yep. That's how they get you. Yes. 52. I'm proud of it. Right on, Sean. 46. Everybody's telling their age. I love it. See, why not? Why not? I know. The revoking posts people out of their wait. The revoking posts people out on their walls are the way to do it. Those are just memes. Oh yeah. You can't just post a thing on your wall that says you're not allowed to use my stuff and make it count. That's not real. Yeah, those are memes. Right on. Thanks, Donna. My birthday was fabulous. I still celebrate like all year long, honestly, but I do celebrate the entire month of July. Just like it is always my birthday. I'm 50 this year, says Thalma. Made a concert about it. Wanted to make sure everybody knows I'm officially a middle-aged woman and they must respect me. Queen. Yes. Absolutely. Yes. Gus's birthday is tomorrow. Not trying to brag, but you're a Leo. Brag, baby. That's what it do. Leo is for the strut. My Venus is in Leo, so believe me, I get it. What am I drinking? La Croix. Coconut. La Croix. Let's see. I don't have a real ID yet either. Have a passport. Yep, they can't make you. You just need your passport. Okay, good. Okay, great. Good. They can't make you. But I just assume at some point they're going to make you do everything. But like, I'm like, no facial recognition, no thumbprint, no voice activated. Nah. If I could still have a rotary phone on a landline, I would. This computer is hardwired into the wall. It's not on Wi-Fi. Like, yeah. I have some show and tell. Do y'all any questions that y'all have about the Finish Him transit and what to expect? beyond things that we thought we were going to cancel, or things that we thought were going to finally be over and then they got stuck. It's like, why are we still fighting this fight? Didn't we all collectively come together and do a lot of demonstrations and marches and actions to make this no longer the way it is? And why are things still this way? Why are these things still happening? And we've got these next 10 weeks coming up here soon that are going to finish the jobs. I have a show and tell of a hunk of obsidian that a client mined for me. Went and got it out the earth for me up in Northern California. How gorgeous is this? I love it so much. I love it so much. I have my great grandmother's phone that doesn't even have numbers. It's the crank call wood antique phone. Love that. They will take your thumbprint. All right, that's cool. Just celebrated 47. Proud to say I'm feeling great. Awesome. Good. I know, it's so I love the beauty of it. Like, just, ooh, it's got that Coke bottom, the Coke bottle bottom glass kind of vibe here. So I have this, we rearranged the furniture in the living room the other day, and I was so glad because we were able to put a couple of my big boundaries protection crystals like right behind my neck where I sit to do like client coachings, because I don't always like to come in here, especially this time of year, for late afternoon stuff and for one-on-ones and for my smaller masterminds. I like to work in the much cooler but much darker, less aesthetically pleasing space. And so now I am able to have those there, and it just feels so good. I know obsidian is amazing. I know, so gorgeous, so gorgeous. Okay, and then here's this. So my husband got for me, my D&D playing husband got for me for my birthday. Can you see? Can you see them? They are D12s, but they have the glyphs on them for astrology. So there are signs on one of them, planets on one of them, and numbers on one of them. And they're amethyst. I know. I love them so much. I love them so much. And he put them in a little bag for me. I know, they're gorgeous. They're gorgeous. They make me very happy. They make me very happy. So I can use them if I want to just like do a quick reading. I can be like, give me a planet in a sign in a house. And I have that. I have those combinations right here. And then from those combinations, I can, like, it's almost like pulling a card. I can do a quick reading off that. Like, what house do I need to be dealing with? What sign do I need to be dealing with? What planet do I need to be dealing with? It's awesome. I know, it makes it fun. Makes it fun. Yes, exactly. I know, he did good, right? He did good. He did good. Yeah. Yeah. So good. I know. I love it. Thank you guys. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being here. I'm not seeing any of y'all's questions. So do you not have any? So I really like hanging out. How can we use the supermoon to our benefit? Amanda, is the supermoon this full moon that's coming? The full moon in Aquarius? Is that what we're calling a supermoon? I don't keep up with all the, blood moon, wolf moon. I don't keep up with those names. That's not a part of my practice, but I think that's this full moon coming, this Aquarius full moon that is happening on the 19th. Is that the one? Monday the 19th? So let's talk. Let's talk about Monday the 19th. Because we got some bumpy astro that day. And we had bumpy astro yesterday too, by the way. If you felt it, you are correct. But we have bumpy astro on the 19th. So we've got that full moon. And full moon in Aquarius is a little challenging because the relationship between Leo and Aquarius, and they're directly across from one another, and that's what a full moon is. A full moon is the sun is in one sign and the moon is in the opposite sign. Technically, the sun is where the sun is, and it's the earth that is actually conjunct the moon, but we don't put the earth on our birth charts yet. We will when people start being born on Mars. We're gonna have to figure out a whole new astrology. We'll still use the astrology that we use, but we gotta, like, when does Earth go retrograde for people who were born on Mars, right? We gotta think about that. We gotta think about that. So the stuff that is happening on the 19th, in addition to the tension of that full moon in Aquarius, which needs to release whatever it is that Aquarius has it as its shadow side. So that's things like hyper idealism, being so detached from human emotion and empathy, and using tech not for good. Like, the face of an Aquarius full moon to me is like Elon Musk. It's someone who uses all his money not just not to do good things, but to do some really fucked up bad things. And I remind myself to stay out of other people's wallets, because if I had billions of dollars, what I would spend my money on, very different than what I see billionaires spending their money on, by a lot. Like, I would be just I have a lot of judgment for how these billionaires spend their money. I have judgment for a lot of things that cis het straight white able-bodied Christian men do, but that's just me. But that's hashtag why the revolution. It's why we're getting the vote out. Y'all voting right. Is everybody here registered to vote? Everybody here registered to vote? You're voting. Everybody registered to vote? Voting. Yes. I brought back my shirt. Oh my gosh, from a few years back. Bought this from Kamau Bell. Brought it back. I'll be wearing this as well as some Kamala shirts. Yes, he's a racist. Me, 2017. Oh, it's got dog fur. Everything's got dog fur. Dog fur, dog hair. But yes, he's a racist. Me, 2017. I, under a full moon, like to release the shadow parts of the sign the moon is in. So that's what I use it's not up to me how they spend their money. It's not up to me how they advance technology. But yes, I'm going to fight my ass off to help things be better, because as a person who lives on this planet and who has empathy for everybody who lives on this planet, not just those who look like Elon Musk, I would like to see lots of change, and I know we can, and I know we are strong enough to make that happen. So a lot of that is letting go my idealism for how tech gets used and how money gets used and how culture and the collective is served, because that's all Aquarius. But also on the 19th, we have Venus opposing Saturn. We have Jupiter squaring Saturn simultaneously. And we've got the sun squaring Uranus. And it's a Monday, which is a moon's day. And the moon is going from Aquarius after the full moon into Pisces, which gets all weird. And it's an 8-day numerologically. That energy is all the fuck over itself. Like, all the fuck over itself. And on the 18th, we have a really challenging couple of transits. The Cazimi's great, Mercury Cazimi great, but we also have Venus squaring Jupiter, which makes sense because we have Venus opposing Saturn and Jupiter squaring Saturn the next day. And so, of course, that means we have Venus and Jupiter doing a dance the day before. They're doing a square. And the biggie on the 18th, which is Sunday, is Mercury is squaring Uranus. And Mercury and Uranus square can make us a little obsessed. And so I got mental health bubble wrap for those couple of days. How to make the best use of any moon, to go back to Amanda's question, of any moon, is to lean into what it's great at and release slash forgive the shadow stuff, because every sign has something it is great at and something that is a shadow. And we should maybe go through those. That could be fun. I'm going to turn my AC on again and let my correcting mic do some correcting, and then we'll do that. Oh, Monday's the start of the convention. Yeah. Well, there you go. Earthquake has been bumpy times lately. Yeah, Mel, the earthquake vibe is Uranus in Taurus getting into the last degrees, and we will continue to have places that the weather and the earth, the events, the environmental events that happen between now and when Uranus leaves Taurus are going to be bigger and more surprising. And what I mean by that is more places that have never had snow having snow, more places that don't have a fault line suddenly discovering there's a fault line. What are we doing having an earthquake here? We've never done that before. Things like that. So we will definitely be seeing more events like earthquakes in places that, we've not seen. Already seeing the effects, says Amanda. Yeah, you get your moons early. I get my woo early. So same. Yep. Nice. Amen. Yes. Okay. I remember that shirt. It's brilliant. This current astro is activating my chart so directly it's uncanny. Yeah, Kristen, I've been telling people who got charts that are getting activated by all the things that are happening right now, hang in there. That was me a couple of years ago, like 2020, 2021 were the times when my chart was getting everything that could get hit was getting hit simultaneously. And I was going through my Chiron return and perimenopause at the same fucking time. I'm sorry. That's just not cute. No. Stay home or go for a full moon hike. Mel, go for a full moon hike, but watch where you're going. I mean, that's true always. Take a full moon hike. Just, especially because the transit that has the most pressure behind it is before the full moon and during morning time here. So, during morning time here, West Coast. So you'll go later that night. Can you talk about the September eclipse? April, yes, but let me do the what is the awesome and what is the shadow side for each of the signs, because I think that's fun, and everybody has a sign that they want to forgive but can't figure out how to, and this can help with that. So, all right, start with Aries, because we always start with Aries. The brilliant, wonderful, oh my God, I love it parts of Aries are that it's an action taker. It does not wait to figure out what needs to be done. It just goes and does. And being able to take swift action is a really fabulous power. The shadow side of Aries is that it has zero impulse control, and that can get you into trouble. So that is what right there I've given you. Plant seeds under the new moon of the positive. I don't like positive, negative as labels. Again, another binary that I'm not all that into, but use the most evolved, most uplifted qualities and plant seeds under the new moon. So Aries new moon, plant seeds for things that you can get started. Aries full moon in Libra season, we want to release the things that are Aries shadow side, like having low impulse control, being quick to pop off. That's there. Okay, so I'm going to do the same for all the rest of the signs. All right, without all those extra words, because now you know what we're doing. Okay, so for Taurus, we want to plant seeds under the Taurus new moon for things that are luxurious, things that feel good, things that are sensually pleasing, things that remind us we're in a body. Like, yes, we are these souls wearing these skin suits and they are temporary, but we should enjoy the things that exist for that human body that we occupy, because that feels good. The finer things. That's the beautiful, wonderful thing that Taurus does. Like, yes, let's have some upgrades. Yes, we'll go ahead and book me on that flight, but yes, upgrade my seat, those types of things. And then the shadow side of Taurus is not letting go, holding grudges, remembering things in ways that don't serve them or anybody else. Because, keeping score, eventually that kind of stuff is not all that helpful. Then we get to Gemini. Gemini, we want to embrace and plant seeds for the absolutely beautiful, wonderful curiosity that is Gemini. Gemini is endlessly curious, always asking what else is there and what's next and what can I explore. And that curiosity is a really fun growth mindset, and it means we're never done learning. And there's something really beautiful and youthful about that. It's a fun quality. Jupiter's in Gemini right now, and even though Jupiter doesn't generally like being in Gemini, it is a time when we are feeling more expansive for a whole year around being curious and asking questions and allowing the answers to change us, maybe because mutable. Okay, and then the shadow side of Gemini is that fickleness that comes with, I just got new information, so now I'm going to make a new choice. And they're generally not going to feel bad about making a new choice, but that can be problematic for everyone around them because that new choice is a lot to keep up with. And so any of that flakiness would be good to release. Okay, then next we get to Cancer. Okay, the beautiful, brilliant, wonderful stuff for Cancer is that nurturing, that empathy, that I see you, I feel you, I get you, and you feel held. You feel safe around me. Hold for Popo. Oh, that might be fire rescue. But there is that nurturing, that loving, that mothering. And I like to say like RuPaul mother, not like Mother Teresa mother, not wrong mother, but you know what I mean? Like I like the nurturing that is with a little bit of sass to it. And then the shadow side of Cancer is taking everything personally, deciding that everything is about you, deciding that that bad, horrible thing that happened to that person also happened to you. The empathy can go too far. Being an empath means you soak up all of the stuff, and it's not always good for you. So you can release attachment to believing everything is about you, because it's not. And I say this to myself as a Cancer stellium. All right, next we got Leo. Hello, Leo. All right, Leo says there is no bad side of Leo. I don't know what you're talking about. And that, by the way, is the good side of Leo. The good side of Leo is the strut, the confidence, the enoughness, the leading from the heart, the courage, like all of that just yummy. I am so okay. And you are welcome that you get to be in my surroundings, like that. You get to be in my world. That's Leo all day. The shadow side of Leo is that big ego, because sometimes it's not just enoughness. Sometimes it's like, okay, you really are like thinking the whole world is you. Well, they're ruled by the sun. I mean, it's true. But that shadow side of Leo can be too self-involved and also can take things personally, because once you decide you're the center of the world, that becomes a lot of responsibility. And there are times when that's just not going to feel okay. And so being able to separate out your ego from your self-esteem is a really good thing to do when you're working the shadow side of Leo. You already feel better? Awesome, Gus. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Happy birthday. All right, now we get on to Virgo. The bless, oh my gosh, I love it side of Virgo, the wow, what a gift, is that ability to be so detailed and to see everything. Like Virgo misses nothing. Virgo misses nothing. They catch all of it. They're like Terminator, scanning the room and getting a full assessment, a dispassionate labeled assessment of all the things. And that's because they're healers. So they need an inventory of everything that's wrong so they can heal it. These are beautiful traits. And on the shadow side, Virgo has a list of everything that's wrong with you and with them. Virgo often turns their criticism onto themselves. So what to let go of during Virgo full moon, which happens during Pisces season, is to release that need to log everything and have that perfectionistic tendency. It's not going to help you. It's not going to help anybody. It just makes you safe and small, and you can't really serve the world from there. Okay, next up, we're halfway through. We get to Libra. The plant your seeds, Libra new moon, good positive side of Libra, charming, fun loving, easy to talk to, great with the yes and, very balanced, loves beauty, and will make sure you look good. Like they're not going to let you step out in front of anybody with schmutz on your face or something in your teeth. It's just not. Libra is going to make sure everybody looks good because Libra is a people pleaser. Oh, by the way, there's the shadow side of Libra. Libra is a people pleaser. Because Libra is always trying to make sure that everyone is happy and satisfied, Libra actually loses the damn mind. And I say this to my Libra stellium. Libra loses the damn mind because they are constantly trying to make sure that everybody is happy. And there's no such state. There is no such state that everybody is happy all the time. Can't happen, won't happen, doesn't happen. So what Libra needs to let go of, or what we need to all let go of under a Libra full moon, which happens during Aries season, that is, let go of the people pleasing. Let go of putting yourself last. Let go of thinking that you can charm your way out of stuff. Then we get over to Scorpio. Ooh, Scorpio. All right. So for our Scorpio positives, our Scorpio new moon intentions, the good stuff of Scorpio. Great with money, great with sex, great with being able to get to the bottom of things with efficiency and purpose. Scorpio has the ability to deep dive on anything. And they don't want to just, I joke and say, that Scorpio doesn't just want to pick up the rock and look at the worms that are wiggling. They want to actually then pick up all the worms and see what's under there. That interest in going deep, that ability to go deep and get all the tea, like that kind of stuff is really very cool. And then the downside, because Scorpio is so intuitive and because Scorpio can see so deeply into everyone, Scorpio assumes everyone can see that deeply into them. So they can be secretive, they can be paranoid, they can do things that are off-putting, but to try and protect themselves from what they're afraid you know about them. And if they would just realize that there ain't any other sign in the zodiac that gives a shit about what's going on with you. Everybody's self-centered. Scorpio is the only one that actually knows what's going on with everybody and therefore assumes everybody feels that way about them. And we don't. Most other signs don't. No, we're not looking to have shit on you, Scorpio. So you could just start trusting. You could just start letting go some of that need to know everything about everything so that you can't be surprised. Like maybe allow some surprise every now and then. It can't hurt. I mean, it can, but it also can't sometimes. All right. Next up, Sagittarius. New moon intentions planted for Sagittarius for the brilliance of Sagittarius expansion. Sagittarius is curious. This is another sign like Gemini. Like I always want to know what else is there, what's next, what's coming down, what's around the corner. Like I want to know, I want to grow. Sagittarius loves to explore, loves to learn experientially. So loves to go have wild adventures and then learn from those. That adventure seeking and thrill seeking vibe is really yummy. And the shadow side to let go of Sagittarius is Sagittarius knows it all. So Sagittarius could let go of the mansplaining during the full moon in Sagittarius, which happens during Gemini season. Because Sagittarius knows so much because they're so expansively living that then they feel they know everything. And so Sagittarius is a sign of mansplaining. How do we let go of that? Allow other people to have some knowledge too. Allow other people to have some wisdom too. It's not all you all the time. I know. Okay. Then we've got Capricorn. Yes. Capricorn. Positives under the new moon, plant the seeds for getting the work done, rolling up the sleeves, putting in that work, being able to do it, put your back into it. The body parts ruled by Capricorns, the knees, the thighs, putting that back into it, like just really making sure things happen and happen with a good plan. Capricorn is competitive and loves to succeed, loves to win, loves trophies. So those are all things that we can use to our advantage. Capricorn, however, has been weaponized in our white supremacy culture, in our dominate everyone that doesn't look like you, fucking cishet, straight, white, able-bodied Christian male society. There is this weaponizing of Capricorn, turning it into the champion of hustle culture. I'll sleep when I'm dead. Work, and then work some more. Keep working, even when you're off, like you're on vacation. No, you're still working. The thing that we need to let go of for Capricorn release, Capricorn full moon release, which is we had 2 full moons in Capricorn during Cancer season. It was amazing. Let go. And here's another chance to let go of that overwork, of that adherence to hustle culture, that weaponizing that society has done of Capricorn, and let leadership sometimes look like sitting still. Let leadership sometimes look like taking a nap. Let leadership sometimes look like laziness, and let laziness not be a bad word. # soft life. Okay. Then we have Aquarius. Seeds to plant for Aquarius. New moon in Aquarius. This is when we want to plant seeds for what is utopia, what is idyllic, what is best use of technology, what is best use of the advancements that we can make in medicine. Oh, at the very beginning, I said the 2 ways you could tell that Pluto has moved into Aquarius. And I told the one about AI, but I didn't mention the other big one, which is the Ozempic and the Mounjaro and Wegovy and all of the GLP-1 receptor drugs, the advancement of a drug that can actually cure addiction in some brains being used to help completely change the game around the number one killer in at least the United States of America and North America in general, which is obesity and the diseases that are related to living a heavier than is healthy for your body life. And this is not to fat shame in any way. I'm simply saying that this level of advancement of drugs is very Pluto in Aquarius, and we're going to see a lot more of it. We're going to see it now not be a shot. We're going to see it be a pill or a dissolvable or even a patch. Lots of things like that are coming. And that's going to be very exciting. We're going to see a revolution in medicine during Pluto in Aquarius because we need it. I'm hoping a lot of it brings us back to holistic medicines and herbal healing, as well as just energy work. One of my doctors that I see regularly actually brought up to me energy work that he had done that fixed something that he thought he was going to have dealt with surgically. And I'm like, I am listening to an actual doctor, like a doctor, like the doctor I go to for my prescriptions and that I go to for my mind, body work. Like I went to him when I was on bed rest. Like this is my main doctor talking to me about energy healing. I'm like, oh, let's go. Let's get back to this list. So for Aquarius seed planting, lots of idealism, lots of here for the collective, lots of activism, lots of yummy, yummy good stuff. And then to release under the Aquarius full moon, which is the one we have coming up on August 19th, you want to release attachment to what people should be doing with their money, what they should be doing with their white supremacy, what they should be doing with their access and their privilege, because those are things that are not up to us. And so even if you are Aquarius and have a lot of Aquarius traits, the thing you're letting go of is any agenda that you have, because the Aquarius brain and brilliance is here to serve the collective. What is best for the greater good? And maybe release detachment from emotion, because that is something that Aquarius has, and it can be very helpful. But again, it can also be weaponized. It is something that I find it interesting that both the Saturn ruled planets, traditional rulership of the signs rather, both of Capricorn and Aquarius under traditional rulership, they're ruled by Saturn. And I find it interesting that both of the Saturn ruled signs get weaponized by cishet, straight, white, able-bodied Christian men and the world they built. Finally, Pisces. Pisces plant seeds. And I always joke about how Pisces doesn't mind being last. I mean, I mind that Pisces is always last because that just doesn't seem very fair. And that's very Libra stellium of me to be worried about. But Pisces doesn't do time. So it's always right on time when you do Pisces stuff. So Pisces doesn't do time. The brilliant, beautiful, wonderful part of Pisces is they can create worlds that didn't exist before. They can communicate with people on all dimensions, on all timelines, and even non-people. They create brilliant stories from their connection with people and non-people throughout all timelines simultaneously, which is why Pisces loses time, because they don't live in man time. They understand it's a thing, but it's not where they usually are. And so Pisces has this amazing gift for being able to teleport and time travel and connect with all these knowings. And then, of course, that feels a little weird in some circles. And that's why we always look at what are your circles of safety? Where is it safe to talk about the fact that you had a dream that was really real and you know it's going to happen? Like there are places where you can have those conversations, and then there are places where you cannot. So plant seeds for where you can tap into that creativity and that knowing and that almost psychic ability. And then for the release of Pisces shadow side, it is stuff like can't remember what they scheduled, has no idea where they put their phone, like the phone was in the fridge, and their pants, forgot those too. Just release the not being present for this life that we've agreed to live while we are souls and spirits in these temporary skin suits. Okay. Whew. That was a lot. That was a lot. You had a too much dream last night? Yep. I had too much dream last night, yes. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Excellent. We went over the hour mark, but that's because I wanted to do that list. I really wanted to do that list. So April wanted to know about the eclipse that we're having in September. So on the 17th of September, we have our first eclipse preview of the next cycle of eclipses. And so eclipses run in paired signs because it's where's the full moon, where's the new moon, full moon, new moon, full moon, new moon. Those are what the eclipses are. So they're in signs that are opposite one another, and those signs shift every 18 months. And so what we're actually going to have on September 17th is we're going to have a lunar eclipse in Pisces. So we are going to be at the very end of Virgo season having a Pisces lunar eclipse. And we're not actually in the Pisces Virgo eclipse season until next year. So we're getting a preview on September 17th for what to expect for the next cycle of eclipses, which will take place in 2025 into 2026. So it's going to be a really interesting eclipse for taking notice of what Pisces themes are coming to show themselves to me, because we're then going to be dealing with those for the next 18 months, or actually for 2 years from the time of this eclipse. So I would, rather than doing any kind of workings, which you really want to go light on during eclipses anyway, because the eclipse energy is really intense during eclipses. We cover our crystals, we close our altars. If we want to keep one altar going, it's one simple little thing, but we protect our tools, clean our tools, do some decluttering. Like that's the kind of hashtag witchy shit you want to do during an eclipse, because the energy is too intense. And so there's, you don't want to put that into your stuff that you use. So the question that's going to happen during this lunar eclipse on the 17th of September, though, is what's real? Because it's happening very close to Neptune in Pisces. And Neptune's been in Pisces for a while and will continue to be for another year. It's one of the planets that's changing signs here in that magical time between 2024 to 2026. Like, there'll be so much history written about this time that we're living in, y'all. So just take notes and be a part of that history, of course. The Neptune influence is going to be there. So lots of illusions, lots of glamours, lots of, is this really real? Is this really happening? That is one of the things that goes there. And then we will have our one last eclipse of the Aries Libra axis, which is the eclipse axis that we've been working since July 17th of 2023. So that one will come to a close with the solar eclipse in Libra on October 2nd. So we have a lot to look forward to with these energies shifting and all of this going on during the finish him transit of Pluto in Capricorn for one last time. Learned the hard way. Don't leave your crystals in water overnight for clearing. No, not good for citrine, especially. Whoops. Did it crumble? Did it separate? Yeah, there are some crystals that are absolutely not water safe. Yes. Oh, it's a song. Awesome. Cool, cool, cool. North Node Pisces, Danielle. Me too. Me too. So Danielle, what that means is you and I are going to be getting our nodal return between now and mid 2026. We're going to be getting our nodal return. Yeah, until my whoops with the water. Yeah, it was foggy. It was beautiful. Well, so foggy, maybe it needs to work something out that's foggy. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the nodal return. That happens every 18 and a half years. So they're pretty big events, and they give us an opportunity to know if we are on our path toward our destinies. And I've been doing a lot of North Node prep work for the past like 6-7 years. Yeah, probably even since I got sober, which I'm coming up on 8 years sober in a couple of months. Oh yeah, 2 months from today will be 8 years sober. Wow, time flies and also does not. Love y'all. Thank you for spending this time with me. I am looking forward to having more conversations like this and maybe some super short ones on TikTok someday. We'll see. We'll see. If the project goes the way we think it's going to go, I will be required to have a TikTok. So we'll see. But I love getting to do these where we are here together and where I can see your live chat. Thank you so much for loving on each other and checking in with me. Yeah, it was fun, right? Yay! Good. I look forward to working together too, Gus. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Of course, my pleasure. Thank you all for being here. Take good care of yourselves. Give yourself lots of love, lots of hugs. Let me see what I can tell you about the woo weather of these next couple of days. Yeah, Sunday, Monday got a little bumpiness. But today and tomorrow, you should be able to get a lot of stuff done. You should be able to do tomorrow should like really light you up for lots of writing and lots of creativity. And as we move into Sunday, the 18th, use some of that Mercury square Uranus energy to maybe shake up what your routine is for how you create. Spend some time in the creative cave. We actually have some really good energy for that as we get into all of this. Yay. And then Leo season's over on the 22nd and we move into Virgo season. And then Mars starts doing some shit. Mars is going to start getting cantankerous here. And the whole month of September is got some spicy Mars. I love you. Thank you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Did you hug yourself? Did you get your shadow side? Disconnect from all the things that we've just done and talked about. Drink some water. Okay. I love you, beautiful people. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time. Don't know when that's going to be. Bye.